Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. Be sure to interact with the video. That means clicking the thumbs up or thumbs down, leaving a comment, sharing the video, and watching the entire video. Bill Cosby wins appeals. Me Too, it's silent because of Joe Biden. State Supreme Court will listen. To say this is an amazing event, most people won't even understand what's going on. Cosby already went to the appeals court. It was an unmitigated disaster. The appeals court judges literally openly attacked the Cosby team lawyers and smiled in open court at the district attorney's team. Now, the state Supreme Court, which is just as picky as the U.S. Supreme Court about not hearing cases, has granted the Cosby team a victory like none other. They will hear the case and possibly direct the lower court to fix their errors. The case against Cosby wasn't a case at all. The former DA was so sure of it, he wrote it in all of the documentation and point blank told the woman there was no case. But she could sue for money. But when the $10 million that she won ran out, she came back for more. The new DA literally ran on a platform that he would prosecute Bill Cosby by name. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be a bit smarter than everyone gives you credit. Let's think for a second. A district attorney says there is no case, and the new DA comes along and says he will prosecute Bill Cosby as a campaign slogan. Then it comes out that the parents of the woman are super racist. Then it comes out that the woman in the case not only likes women, but is dating the new district attorney, assistant district attorney. They then proceed with a trial. It's a hung jury. Some are convinced Cosby not only did nothing, but that no case was presented. Then it comes out that the judge's wife is a woman's advocate and is on the courthouse steps protesting the Cosby case while the case is in session. Folks, that judge has to go home every night to that woman. You think there was a conflict of interest? But wait, they actually retry the case, which every lawyer in the land said you can't win a retry after a hung jury. But what the lawyers didn't know was there was about to be a kangaroo court. They let 5 women get on the stand who had nothing to do with the case, never went to the police themselves, never brought evidence. No evidence was presented, and 2 of them were caught lying on the stand. And one even confessed on the stand that she made it all up to sell books. And every woman had a book coming out. So did the judge. So did the new DA. There's already a legal precedent that says you don't allow multiple witnesses to testify because it just creates a pile-on effect. Especially since none of the witnesses had anything to do with this trial. And none had ever went to court nor even went to the police. Folks, one of the women was a lady of the evening. As a third-year law school, I watched this very interested in how it came about and how it unfolded. The appeal. To be granted an appeal, a Supreme Court has to think there's a new question presented that needs answering. So, there are the questions. Judge's decision to allow prosecutor to call accusers other than Constant to testify that because Cosby had an agreement with the former Montgomery County prosecutor that he would not be tried if he gave the deposition. His statement should never have been used as evidence in the criminal case. Cosby spokesperson Andrew Wyatt said his client is extremely thankful for the decision, calling the jury decision a false conviction, one that symbolizes the destruction of all black people and people of color in America. It's very coincidental that he's making these statements right now, since America is actually leaning towards that right now. Me Too and Joe Biden. In the Cosby case, there was no evidence. In fact, the women's story changed 3 times. got the years wrong as to when it happened, and after the alleged incident, visited Cosby, and parents got free tickets to see his shows and even brought him gifts at the show. Folks, we're talking about in magnitude of 66 texts, phone calls day and night to Cosby from the alleged quote-unquote victim. For most cases, that's an open and shut case of nothing actually happened. You can say what you want about actual victims, they do not go back months and months, right? Also, there's a matter of her former roommate who said that she told her nothing actually happened and that she was doing it for money. That lady was not allowed to testify in court. We're going to see if they'll be able to bring that up in the appeals court. Now, Me Too tried to make Cosby the first test case of the movement, which then turned out that all the leaders of the Me Too movement were themselves prosecuted and went to jail themselves. But that was then. Now Me Too is all but dead. Why? Because Vice President Joe Biden has an accuser of his own. She has proof. She has evidence. Even Congresswoman Ali admitted that the proof was clear, but said she would still vote for Biden. And so will Me Too. Why? Because the movement was never about justice, nor about real women, nor about real victims. It was always about making men pay for whatever reason they could think of on the spur of the moment, to the point where they were trying to destroy men's reputation for bad dates. No one now takes Me Too, the Me Too movement seriously after Joe Biden. And we notice they are silent about the Cosby appeal.